And now we move on to the other side of the bracket where England meets Denmark, the battle of the red and white. You see the flags. In terms of head-to-head, these teams have met each other 21 times, with England winning 12, Denmark winning 4, and 5 games ending in draws. The last meetings was in the Nations League last year, where Denmark beat England 1-0 on the road, and the home game for Denmark ended in a 0-0 draw. The 4 previous games before last year's encounters were all friendlies, and they were shared 2 wins apiece. These teams last met in a competitive fixture in the round of 16 of the 2002 World Cup, where England defeated Denmark 3-0. They met at the group stages of Euro 1992, where that game ended in a draw, and Denmark miraculously went on to win the Euros when they were invited after Yugoslavia pulled out. This would be only their second ever meeting at the European Championship, and this time around we must have a winner. It's fair to say that both teams have been very impressive at the tournament so far, with England coming through their group unscathed. And when I say unscathed, they haven't yet conceded a single goal at the tournament. That's 5 games without a single goal conceded. That's quite impressive, you know. They weren't as entertaining in the group stages, but they surely turned the heat up in the quarterfinal match against Ukraine by beating them 4-0. So it's fair to say that the English has improved as the tournament progressed. And Gareth Southgate also deserves some credit for his tactical genius. You gotta give him praises for his team selection, praises for his substitutions, and praises for his overall game management. So I must say that England had an easy run at the Euros so far. The fact that they played all 3 group matches at home, played around the 16 match against Germany at home as well, and with the quarterfinal game against Ukraine, the only game on the road, yeah, some may say they had an easy ride. But listen, you gotta be in it to win it. You have to go out there and do the job. So I think that is all BS, to be honest, because some teams have been at home and they have lost games, and England have not done that. And you also got to give credit to the English team for playing on the road, not a lot of fans in Rome, and spanking the hell out of that Ukraine team. So far, England has been the best defensive team at the tournament. And you know what they say? Competitions are won on defense. And if England continues with what they've been doing, they surely will go on to win the whole thing. Well, I mean, it could finish 0-0 and lose on pens, but England have seemingly got over their penalty jinx at the World Cup and at the inaugural Nations League where they placed 3rd. So Southgate got his team playing well. Harry Kane, he's getting into the act in terms of his goal scoring. Raheem Sterling is playing well. You got the midfield of Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips playing some damn good football. Luke Shaw, Kyle Walker, John Stones, and Harry Maguire are playing some world-class stuff. I'm not saying they're world-class, I'm just saying their football has been world-class. And Jordan Pickford in goal has been nothing short of resolute. Let's just say the way England has been playing, it has all the fans thinking that it's coming home. But let's not forget Denmark and what they have done at this tournament, and what a brilliant story they have written. After match they won when Christian Eriksen collapsed, and we thought that we were going to see a tragedy, they have fought back well and they have triumphed. And I think this has already been a win for Denmark at Euro 2020. Even if they go out at the semi-final stage, I think it would feel as if they had won the whole damn thing, because after what happened on match day 1, I never expected Denmark to get this far. But they lost their first 2 matches, but fought back well against Russia, fought back well in the round of 16 by beating Wales 4-0, and got past a very gritty Czech Republic team in the quarterfinals to beat them 2-1. The players in Kasper Dolberg have stepped up. You got to talk about Martin Braithwaite, you got to talk about Yusuf Poulsen, Thomas Delaney, Pierre-Emil Højbjerg. I have to mention the whole Danish team. Joachim Mæhle, these guys have played some damn good football. Mikkel Damsgaard, and they have all come together to embody the spirit, the champion spirit of Christian Eriksen. And when I say champion spirit, I don't mean the Christian Eriksen that was at Tottenham Hotspur. I'm talking about the one that won the Scudetto with Inter Milan. I'm talking about the one that put these free kicks in the back of the net. We all know Christian Eriksen is a baller, and every player on this Danish team are playing as if they have a little Christian Eriksen. I mean, a lot of Christian Eriksen in them at the tournament. So look. It's going to be a tough task coming up against England. Historically, they have not been that good, but we could throw history out the window. Denmark are writing a very, very brilliant story here, and they could continue their fairy tale by being the first team to score against England and the first team to defeat England at Euro 2020. And they could all do that in England's backyard. So we can definitely not write off the Danish here. Seriously, we can't write off the Danes because they have been playing some really, really good football up until this point. But they have looked a little susceptible at the back. I gotta say that. They're very good going forward, they have scored goals, but their defense could be a little bit susceptible to what I see England are doing here. England are putting in some really good aerial balls, and England's speed and their build-up play and everything could actually hurt the Danes. And that's if England actually take the game to the Danes, where I think in a matchup like that, England would be, let's say, they would be the more dominant team. They would be the aggressor. I would like to think that England would take the game to Denmark, and Denmark would sit back and try to break. This game could go anyway, man. It's so difficult to predict. It is very, very difficult to predict. But I think the momentum that both teams got momentum, but I think the way England are playing right now, if I have to put my money on any team, it would be England. I never predicted England to get this far. I really didn't. But the fact that they got past the round of 16, defeated Germany, I think they would be a little bit too much for the Danes, and I think this is where the competition ends for Denmark.